Good morning, Cullman. Thank you for joining us on Cullman Today. I'm your host, Christine Wiggins, and today is Friday, February 28th. Coming up on Cullman Today, CRMC Council appointment, the Cullman County Commission meeting, and a District 11 candidacy announced. All of this plus sports, weather, and more. Now let's take a closer look at the top stories happening in Cullman today. Residents of Hanceville had a chance to bring their concerns to the mayor and city council last night at the town hall meeting. Check CullmanTribune.com for all the details. Cullman Regional's CEO James Clements has been appointed by Governor Kay Ivey to serve as a member of the statewide Health Coordinating Council. The council is responsible for reviewing and developing the Alabama State Health Plan and advising the State Health Planning and Development Agency. Clements will serve as a representative for healthcare providers in the state during his 3-year term ending in February 2028. Clements, who has been a healthcare administrator for more than 30 years, also currently serves on the board of directors for Blue Cross Blue Shield of Alabama and is a fellow of the American College of Healthcare Executives. Senator Garland Gudger commented that Clements' appointment to the council will serve to bolster medical care in the Cullman area. The Cullman County Commission met Monday, where officials approved a $72,000 bid from Bunker Hill Motors for new bucket trucks for road departments. At no cost to the county, the commission approved the Cullman County EMA director to sign an agreement for incident management software paid for by a 3-year grant. A deal with TSA for the emergency equipment totaling more than $22,000 from a previous $60,000 grant was also approved. A proposal to sign an agreement for property record services was postponed due to the absence of a contract. Finally, a memorandum of understanding was passed allowing emergency responders to use the former Rescue Squad channel as a backup radio frequency until communication is reinstated. The next commission meeting will be on March 18th at 6 p.m. Don Fallin has announced his candidacy for the District 11 seat in the Alabama House of Representatives. Fallin is a Fairview native who graduated from the United States Military Academy at West Point and served in the U.S. Army for over 30 years in leadership and command positions. After completing service and returning to Cullman County, Fallin has been active on the executive committee of the Cullman County Republican Party, the Cullman VFW Post, the Cullman Veterans Park Board, and has served as the chairman of the board for the Cullman County Veterans Hall of Fame. Fallin says he is committed to serving the state of Alabama and District 11 with honesty and integrity. And those are the top stories in Cullman today. Coming up, the Wallace State Lions clinch the regular season title. Sports is next. Welcome back. In today's sports segment, let's take a look at the latest from Wallace State basketball. The Lions men's basketball team clinched this year's Alabama Community College Conference regular season title at home this week with a commanding 108-74 victory over Coastal Alabama South. The women's team also celebrated a decisive win, defeating Coastal Alabama 84-50. The reigning ACCC champions, the Lions came out strong, leading 55-34 at halftime. Key players included Antonio Cochran, who was nearly perfect from the field, scoring 23 points on 9 of 10 shooting, including 5 of 5 from beyond the arc. Arthur Johnson also contributed significantly with 19 points and 6 rebounds. The Lions maintained their momentum in the second half, outscoring the Coyotes 53-40. Christian Thompson was a force on the boards, grabbing 10 rebounds and adding 11 points. Josh Page facilitated the offense with 8 assists, while Sawyer Griffin added 16 points. Wallace State's shooting was impressive, hitting 53.9% of its shots from the field and 46.5% from three-point range. They also shared the ball well, recording 24 assists as a team. Their defense was solid, forcing 12 turnovers and grabbing 9 steals. The Lady Lions also defeated Coastal Alabama South 84-50. Wallace State set the tone early, leading 22-12 after the first quarter and extending their lead to 46-25 by halftime. Kaylee Tinker led the Lady Lions offensively, scoring 20 points and knocking down 6 three-pointers. Cameron Sanders contributed significantly with 16 points and 5 rebounds. The Lady Lions continued their dominance in the third quarter, outscoring Coastal Alabama 20-6. Despite a stronger fourth quarter from Coastal Alabama, Wallace State maintained their lead, finishing the game with an 84-50 victory. Sanaya Gibson added 13 points and 6 rebounds. Wallace State's defense was solid, limiting Coastal Alabama to just 39.2% shooting from the field. The Lady Lions also excelled in rebounding, grabbing 37 boards compared to Coastal Alabama's 29. Their three-point shooting was a highlight, with the team hitting 14 of 37 attempts. The Lions and Lady Lions will compete in the ACCC Division I tournament March 6 through 8 at the University of Alabama in Huntsville. And that wraps up sports for today. After the break, we'll bring you 4 stories in under 4 minutes, including our Pet of the Week and a new director of admissions at St. Bernard. Welcome back. Now it's time to speed things up with a news rundown. 4 stories in under 4 minutes. Fairview High School senior Carly English feels blessed to have God in her life and wants to help more people find God. She believes if everyone tried to be more like Christ just a little bit each day, there would be more happiness in the world. Having grown up in a Christian household, English says her family helped her every step of the way when it came to reading God's Word. Her role model is her mother, who, no matter what, always finds a way to be at peace and stay positive. A lesson English has learned is not to dwell on her past and not to worry about what people say about her. She says that if God would be happy with a choice that she made, then it doesn't matter what other people think. Our pet of the week is sweet and loving Layla. Layla is a bully mix, and she's approximately 6 years old. This sweet pup has medium energy and just loves to be around people. Layla is house-trained as well as crate-trained. She's not too keen about sharing her food, but in all other avenues she excels. She's gregarious and focuses all her attention on you. This is why Layla would make a perfect candidate for a companion dog. Those caring for Layla said she so much wants to be part of your plans. We just love her. Since Layla is already spayed, her adoption cost is only $35, which includes DHLPP, Bordetella, and rabies vaccines, wormer, general exam at the vet, and microchip. Visit the shelter at 935 Convent Road Northeast. It's open Monday through Friday from 9 to 3:30. Feel free to drop in and visit with Layla and all the other cats and dogs just waiting on their forever homes. St. Bernard Preparatory School recently announced the appointment of Birmingham native Rachel Stover as its new Director of Admissions. Since stepping into her role, Stover has been actively welcoming families to St. Bernard and engaging with the broader community to promote the school's mission and values. Stover's deep-rooted connection to Catholic education began early, having attended Catholic schools from K to 12. Her dedication to faith-based learning continued through her involvement with St. Alphonsus in Seattle, Magnolia Girls School in Houston, and Western Academy in Houston, where she served on the board and in volunteer positions. Stover has long held St. Bernard in high regard, having visited in her childhood the Ave Maria Grotto at least once a year with her siblings. Committed to recruiting a diverse student body, Stover is focused on finding students who exhibit strong academic potential, positive character traits, and intellectual curiosity. Wallace State Community College is partnering with the University of West Alabama to expand its commitment to student success through partnerships with the city and county schools. These partnerships will benefit current college students and dual enrollment programs. UWA President Dr. Todd Fritsch said that these partnerships are key to strengthening the Alabama workforce. The collaboration between Wallace State and the University of West Alabama will create new opportunities for students while expanding pathways and sparking innovation across the state. And that's your 4 stories in under 4 minutes. Now for a quick break before we look at the weather ahead and pay our respects with obituaries. I'll be right back after this quick message.
Step into Cullman, where local heroes and community spirit shine. Introducing Community Matters Magazine from the Cullman Tribune, your guide to inspiring tales and community spirit. Celebrate our local champions and dive into the festivities at Christ Kindle Market. Feel the season's cheer and discover stories that inspire. Community Matters Magazine. Connect with your community. Find your free issue at these locations or download a copy online.
Let's take a moment to pause and remember those who have lost their lives this week as we turn to obituaries. Funeral service for Freelon Charles Chuck Harbison, 73 of Falkville, will be at 2 p.m. Saturday, March 1st at Cullman Funeral Home Chapel with interment in Flint Creek Cemetery. The family will receive friends from 12 to 2 p.m. before the service. Funeral service for James Herman Elliott, 89 of Hanceville, will be at 2 p.m. Sunday, March 2nd at Cullman Funeral Home Chapel with interment in Bethlehem Cemetery. Visitation will be on Saturday evening from 5:30 to 8 p.m. at the funeral home, and the family will receive friends from 12 to 2 p.m. before service on Sunday. Norman Earl Delbert Petramalx, age 88, of Cullman, died Tuesday, February 25th. The family will celebrate the life of Norman in a memorial service at a later date. Emily Virginia Farr, age 87, of Logan, passed away on Tuesday, February 25th. A visitation will be held today from 10 to 1 p.m. at Emmaus Baptist Church, with a funeral service following at 1 p.m. and interment at Emmaus Cemetery. Our thoughts and prayers go out to their friends and families. Now let's take a moment to look ahead at your weather forecast. It looks like a sunny start to a sunny weekend. Today we'll see a high near 67 and a low around 46. A high near 64 on Saturday with a breeze and a clear night with a low around 31. Sunday, more sun and a little cooler with a high near 52. Sunday night, clouds come in with a low around 34. That wraps up today's edition of Cullman Today. Thank you for sharing your morning with us. And remember to stay connected by following us on social media and visiting CullmanTribune.com for the latest from our community. We'll see you bright and early Monday morning at 6:30. I'm Christine Wiggins with Cullman Today. Have an amazing weekend, Cullman.